Hey, good looking. Hey man, what are you doing? I'm trying to back up like 17 different things at once. Oh yeah, me too. I'm all done. See ya. Mother. I'm gonna be honest, I got problems. And chances are, like, you got problems too. Some I can solve, some are totally unsolvable, but fortunately, the creator stuff, the person who makes videos, if you make videos on YouTube or social media, you've run into these issues. Whether you're filming a video for someone or yourself, you need security. And something like this video sponsored, the UnifyDrive UT2, solves those problems, at least solves some of my problems. On that long list, takes care of a few. Before I tell you about everything that it can do, let me thank you guys. Thank you guys for supporting the channel all these years, being awesome human beings is my favorite thing to do. Give you a chance to win $500. All you gotta do, leave me a comment down below. Tell me the first thing you would do with your drive. Tell me a fact about yourself. Tell me anything you want. Just make sure there's a way to contact you either in the comments or on your YouTube page. Let it run for 10 days, open to anyone on this beautiful planet. So if you've made content for yourself or anyone, nothing is going to make you give your OS face faster than the thought of losing footage. Maybe you didn't hit record, maybe the file was corrupted. It has happened, and when you make your money from content, sometimes you only have one shot to get it right. So that's why if I go like anywhere, trade show, events, with an SD card, pretty much have to have the UT2. I know this might not sound like the sexiest product in the world. It's not brand new phone or like the newest car, but if you want something that is going to make your life like easier day in and day out, like this is what you need. It helps you back up, manage, and share files really easily. So while the UT2 can kind of feel a lot like an SSD, it is way more than that. Think of this more like a portable NAS system. So typically, high capacity NAS storage systems are usually like these big, bulky, heavy, slow things. The UT2 can do everything a traditional NAS system can do, but it does a ton more. Also, it's all in like a super small, lightweight, throw it in your jacket pocket size package. Perfect for teams or even if you are flying solo as a one-man band. There are a lot of things that UT2 can do. Let me try to kind of back up and explain what it is. First of all, on the inside, there are two slots for M.2 SSDs that can be configured up to 16 terabytes, which is an insane amount of storage. So think of this thing like a super fast portable NAS system, combined with a wireless router, combined with a computer, all running off a fast processor, and is a built-in battery. Not only can this store files, but also to easily share those files with others, manage them with AI tools, and also edit right off the drive. I mean, this thing can do like everything. So this thing is packed with a bunch of smarts, but like, obviously the question is like, does it work? And like, what can it do? Like I mentioned with the intro, it makes backing up files from your camera like literally as simple as pushing a button. You just insert an SD card or CFE card into the slot, press a button, and that's it. There's no like looking for laptops or cables, hot swapping drives. It could really not be any more simple, and you can review all your footage right on your phone if you want to also. This is going to work with like action cameras, DSLRs, even drones. If it records video or takes photos, this is going to work and back it up. One like thing you might not expect on this, it's got an HDMI port, which means you got the ability to connect to a TV or a projector directly and sort of review your footage that way too if you want. It supports output up to 8K, so even if you've got like a fully mastered like Blu-ray copy of your new short film, all you need is this. Not some crazy Blu-ray player or even a complicated setup. You can also set this thing to stream your media, photos or videos, a private media server, kind of like Plex. You also set this up for remote access functionality to get your files remotely. And UT2 is also able to sync footage wirelessly back to our studio in real time. So like in our case, let's say we're at a big trade show like CES in Las Vegas. We don't need to have someone physically like take an SD card, run it across multiple buildings, sort of get it to an editor. They can just pop it in here, let it work its magic. Editor can quickly grab those files remotely and get to work. It saves us a lot of time in a situation where time is money, is worth its weight in gold. So another problem UT2 solves is managing files on the device itself, right? If you're a videographer, photographer, social media, kind of trying to find that one specific shot can be an absolute hassle and waste a ton of time. UT2's got an AI-powered photo album and natural language search features built in. And I can just type in what I'm looking for, and it'll do all the digging for me. I don't have to go through and kind of scroll through file after file after file to find that one shot. This is a really powerful tool if you're a one-man shop, but if you're also in the same room with a team needing to access and review files. I think this is where UT2 makes sharing files for access and reviews really simple and flexible with just a few options. So first, it's simply just plugging an Ethernet cable or connecting this thing to Wi-Fi, making your files available across your entire network super easily. If you don't have an internet, not a problem. Pop this thing into AP mode, it'll create its own network. And you connect and review, manage files, even if you're off the grid somewhere with an unreliable connection. One thing I do want to be sure to mention here, while the UT2 does have an internal battery, it's not an all-day battery here. The drive is definitely meant to be powered, so plugged into your computer or a wall or external battery is 100% recommended. But the internal battery is there to kind of more act like an emergency backup in case a power cable gets pulled, so you don't sort of lose those transfers. They don't get interrupted while that transfer is happening. So I talked about this for a while, and there's more to talk about, but I think showing it is a very different part of it. So, all right, so we got an upcoming video. We just shot a ton of B-roll. I want to get that footage off, right? Take out the SD card, put it in. Wait for a little beeping action here. There it is. Push the button on the side twice. All right, so it's gonna start transferring everything to the internal SSDs. While it is doing that, I'm gonna go through some of the photos I have backed up on UnifyDrive. All right, so I got a ton of photos on here. Some of it's me, some of it's other folks here at JFL. Just a lot of photos we kind of go through going all the way back to earlier in the month. Again, the UnifyDrive app can work on your phone or the computer, so they'll always be in sync. There's also a web portal too where you can go and access everything kind of wherever you are. There's a lot of options for transferring, but you're not limited just transferring directly to the SSDs or over Wi-Fi. You can actually use this straight up a regular flash drive, drag files to and from over it. So there's a lot of sort of different ways you can use this setup to kind of work for you. As I've been talking, plenty of time is gone, that the files have finished up. So I'm gonna go ahead and go here and open up and take a look at all the B-roll that we just shot. All right, so to further illustrate the things that you can do and the awesomeness of UnifyDrive, I set up, I think it's the most real-world example that I can think of and kind of show you how you'd likely be using it. So if you're in a location that has Wi-Fi, you can use this to connect to that Wi-Fi network and transfer everything you need sort of using that network. It's really simple, especially with the UnifyDrive app. You can also connect it to a computer and use a flash drive mode to drag and drop files, kind of like an SSD. Let's say you don't have access to Wi-Fi connection and you also don't have a computer with you. That's really not a problem. I can put the UT2 into AP mode and connect the UnifyDrive app on my phone using the UT2's internal network. I can even allow others to connect to the UT2 as well so they can access the files from the drive. All right, so this really comes in handy is when I'm offsite and I need editors to be able to access the files that I'm shooting right away. We have a deadline to hit. So I can upload my files here or anywhere to a group file. This is really helpful because I can just share a secure link of just this group file. That way I'm only giving access to the files that I want to share without giving access to the entirety of the drive. So the moment that I can see the files here on the app, they see it on their end at the same time. That way they can download those files pretty much immediately and right away and get to editing before I even leave the shooting location. I think that's what makes the UT2 so cool. Simply all of the things it can do, because it's also kind of like a computer. It can be as utilitarian as you want it to be. So listen, this is not something that maybe you came to this video thinking you were going to need. But if you're a solo creator, you're part of a team, or you're just sick of scrolling through terabytes of files to find that shot, UT2 does something for everyone. From someone who makes a career as a professional videographer making movies to someone who's uploading on TikTok and everyone in between, what UnifyDrive has done with UT2 is create kind of one product that can do absolutely everything. If you want to check it out, and I think most people probably should, they're on Kickstarter right now. I'll put a link to them down below.